Since I spend way too much time on Reddit, I've come across my fair share of K-pop opinions. I've always limited myself to reading these opinions, but now I decided to make a video in which I'll be commenting them and expressing my thoughts. I know, right? Super original. Completely never been done before. But anyway, enjoy the video, and please don't forget to pause the video in order to read the opinions. The first opinion says that survival show groups should always be chosen by the judges. To summarize, this person is saying that voters aren't always impartial and might be biased towards certain contestants because of certain factors like their visuals. Another reason is that the viewers can only see what the producers of the show are showing them and cannot see the full potential a trainee might have. Now on to what I think. I disagree with this opinion. The viewers will be the people who will eventually buy the group's albums and consume their content. So I feel like they should have a say in who makes it or doesn't make it in the final lineup. If the lineup is chosen only by the judges, the viewers might not feel connected to it as much as they would if they knew that their votes contributed to the members debuting. I also think that being an idol is not only about talent. Sometimes it's about star quality, and you can possess this star quality even if you're not that strong at anything in particular. Groups can not only have talented members, they also need a stand attractor, and I feel like if the judges took into consideration talent only, then this wouldn't be beneficial in the long run. With that being said, I feel like the judges would obviously know best about the contestants' talents and potential, so they should have a say. This is why I think both the judges and the viewers should decide who gets in the lineup. This person says they like it when a group doesn't immediately get successful and has some struggles during their rookie years. I have to say I'm kind of neutral to this opinion, but I disagree with some of the points this person made while explaining it. This person is making it sound as if groups who instantly get successful are not as grateful as groups who reach the success slowly and through struggles. I think it's extremely hypocritical to say this, because you might see a group getting a win just a few days after debut and think they will never know what it's like to fight to reach success. But these idols have trained for years and have been through a lot of hardships, so it's not like they debuted and had it easy from the start. God knows how much they struggled while they were trainees, and I genuinely believe they're just as grateful to reach success as groups who reach success after a while. One example is IVE, who are now the fastest girl group to get a music show win after just a week since debut. You might think they didn't struggle, but were you there during their trainee years and all of the difficulties they faced? Just because you don't see their struggle, it doesn't mean that they never struggled. Also, if these groups debut under HYBE or one of the big three, they will surely be successful from the start, whether you like it or not. This person is sounding like one of those fans that take pride in saying their faves struggled, as if their struggling made them more worthy of any praise and accomplishment. Like, I don't see why you would wish for a group to have it hard. This is not really an opinion, but more like a rant about how people should stop talking about Somi and how she should have been an ITZY and shouldn't have been a soloist, or how she should have stayed under JYP. This person says that Somi has been in the industry for long enough to decide for herself and to judge what was best for her. I totally agree, because people are always making it sound as if she's too stupid to make decisions. She had every reason to leave JYP, considering JYP put her in hiatus after IOI disbanded, wasting her potential for quite a long time. I'm also so done with people saying she shouldn't have been a soloist. I think she has proven her talents and her idol quality enough during the years she's been in the industry. You all are fools if you keep on saying she's a weak soloist just because she isn't Mariah Carey when it comes to vocals, or because she isn't the best dancer out there. She's perfectly fine as a soloist, and she's more than capable of deciding for herself. She's not the little girl she was during 16 anymore. She's an adult with much more experience and knowledge about the industry compared to those annoying people that always seem to know what's best for her. This next opinion says that Stereotype by StayC was more successful than ASAP because it got them 3 music show wins and made StayC chart really well. I personally completely disagree. Stereotype was this successful to the point of giving them 3 wins just because it came right after ASAP. StayC's popularity skyrocketed with ASAP, but it happened gradually, so ASAP wasn't able to give them a win right away. When Stereotype came out, tons of people were already interested in StayC thanks to ASAP. The dance went viral everywhere, and I think every single K-pop idol has danced to it at some point. Like this person says, Stereotype cemented their success and showed that people who got interested because of ASAP actually stuck around when StayC had their following comeback. But I think the reason Stereotype got the music show wins in high charting positions was because of ASAP's success. With this, I'm not saying that Stereotype wouldn't have been successful at all if it wasn't for ASAP. But I think ASAP was definitely more successful, and it brought the group an insane amount of attention and popularity, which was then solidified when Stereotype came out. Then it all depends on what you consider successful. Is a song successful because it charts well? Is it successful because it gets you music show wins? Or is it successful because it becomes iconic and it has longevity? So here we have another dramatic 3rd gen stan venting about how much they miss 3rd gen music. They proceed to complain about 4th gen and noise music. While they were at it, they also didn't miss the chance to target Luna by saying they have lost their originality with Paint the Town, and, obviously, they also criticized Mafia in the Morning because how can you uplift 3rd gen if you don't simultaneously drag ITZY, am I right? They also mentioned Jessie among one of the few artists who released good music, and this makes me confused because how can you say you hate noise music and then say you like Jessie's music? Like, those are the same thing. Then this person says that K-pop was at its peak during 3rd gen in terms of vocals, dancing, rapping, etc. I disagree completely. I feel like K-pop was at its peak during 3rd gen only in terms of popularity. There are countless of amazingly talented idols in 4th gen, and I'm tired of the 4th gen can't sing narrative. 3rd gen is full of idols whose skills are mediocre at best, yet you only target 4th gen. If you prefer 3rd gen's music and groups, that's your preference, then you have every right to have a preference. But it doesn't sit right with me seeing 4th gen being dragged like this, especially because you must be blind if you say that all rookies are untalented and all 3rd gen groups are overflowing with talents. That's such a biased way of seeing things. This opinion stated that IVE are not doing well just because of Yujin and Wonyoung being in the group, but because the general public took a liking for their debut song 11, which, by the way, charted better than some iPhone songs. I agree with this opinion. Yujin and Wonyoung's presence definitely attracted some people and raised the hype around IVE, but if it wasn't for other factors, I believe they wouldn't have been this successful. Starship is a mid-tier to high-level company and people would have checked out the group anyway. Plus 11's sound and concept is definitely unique and doesn't fly under the radar. It stands out because it's not something generic we have seen 1,000 times before. We also have to give credit to Starship for recruiting such talented and charming girls because people really seem to be interested in every member. Esau went viral both on YouTube and on TikTok for her captivating facial expressions, and all of the other girls are being praised for their stage presence and talents. All of these things contributed to IVE being successful. Yujin and Wonyoung being in the group definitely helped, but if you're saying they are the only reason IVE is popular, then you're just lying to yourself. This person is wondering why companies would decide to debut such large groups knowing that the line and center distribution would suffer from it. They go on by saying how a lineup consisting of 5 to 8 members would be ideal for fans to get to know the idols and for the idols to stand out more. To be honest, I agree. A smaller lineup means more chances for everyone to showcase their talents and be appreciated for it. But there are specific reasons as to why companies debut large groups. Let's say you have 10 trainees who train together and are around the same age. It would cost much less debuting a 10-member group instead of debuting 2 groups with 5 members each. If a company were to debut 2 groups, they would need to spend more money to promote 2 separate groups, while they would save so much money by debuting only 1 group. Plus, I think that if some members are lacking in certain aspects, their shortcomings would be much more noticeable in a smaller group, while if they debuted in a big group, they will have more members to make up for their shortcomings. Ultimately, I feel like it's mostly about money though. A lot of companies, especially if they're small, would rather not having to promote multiple groups and would prefer just debuting every trainee at once in the same group. Okay guys, we have reached the end of the video. Thank you for watching till the end. If you enjoyed, please like and subscribe. I will most likely make a part 2 where I'll respond to more Reddit opinions. So if you're interested, stay tuned for more content like this. Have a nice day.